So my name's Sam, but Nugget on the radio.
Nugget.
And I'm really excited for the show. You've got three tour dates left, right? Is that right? Two after this?
Two on this. No, this is
This one and one tomorrow.
And that's it, and then you're done.
Well,
Yeah.
no. Then we
This tour.
festivals and go to Australia.
Yeah, we've got more shows, but it's all weird because we've been on the road for like 5 years straight, and everything's kind of segregated by a tour name. But
you're really just working nonstop.
It's been a lot of shows, and so we're not done with shows for the year. But the like this named tour is kind of.
So you don't get a break. I was gonna ask you about your break. You guys don't really get a break at all. Is there any time coming soon where you're gonna have like a week to catch up on Netflix shows and do all that stuff, or are you the type where you have to keep busy all the time, or else you'll go nuts?
No, we have some time coming up.
Do you?
Yeah.
Some Netflix time.
Yeah, where it's just Netflix for like a week straight.
What are you gonna do? Are you just gonna get like a big? I would get a gallon of Jameson and then like a family size bag of Doritos and just like and find some way to not have to use the restroom for a long time, like some sort of like thing. And then that's what I would do. What do you guys do to finally like unwind once you get that break?
Yeah, I mean, when I get off tour, it's like all I want to do is not use the restroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're always using the restroom on the road.
I mean,
Every time I
always
use the restroom, it just reminds me of being on tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make a lazy boy with like a toilet in it, so you never have to get up.
There's
Right.
all kinds of options, man.
Yeah.
And there's on whatever vehicle you're using on the tour, but is there like a specific gas station or food place where you're like, no, they have nice bathrooms, let's stop there? Where you like know for sure they're gonna have a clean, or a place that you stay away from because you're like, I feel like the place with the bars on the windows isn't gonna have a clean toilet.
Mm.
Do you think about that at all? Because I would think about the dumbest stuff.
Yeah, I know. We've
Yeah.
learned a thing or two. I mean, like when you go to these late night diners, breakfast is still the way to go.
Yeah.
Like, you start ordering dinner at like 2 a.m. They're just throwing it to you. It's not good.
You mean to tell me the steak at Sally Mae's Diner in Paducah, Kentucky isn't just like the greatest?
Yeah, no, not really.
Sorry, Sally Mae.
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask you, so without giving anything away, there's like some, I guess you could call them stunts that happen during the show. And is there like a training process? Once you see the show, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, but how do you practice for that stuff?
I mean,
Let's be as cryptic as possible, though.
one of Josh and his first rehearsals ever, where we just got together to work on music. Most of it was me spotting him as he did backflips off of stuff.
Yeah, I saw the backflip off the piano. I was like, dude, you got some balls doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I learned how to do it right before we were playing shows. So yeah, we spent probably a week of rehearsal for a hometown show, getting that down.
Yeah.
More than music, but then there's some stuff that you can't. That's like, I think that's just kind of like.
Well, I hope we don't mess this up when it's
fun
live.
for us because you can't. There's stuff that you can't practice until you're like out there doing it, and
Is that nerve-wracking?
yeah, but I think that's like what's exciting. That's what kind of keeps things like fresh for us every night too.
Because you're doing the same show, and like you gotta like kind of, all right, oh, this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Speaking of the music and the show, I was doing this thing where I had all of our listeners at the radio station call in and say like, hey, any 21 Pilots song, like whatever you want, we're gonna play it. And the song that overwhelmingly was chosen was Car Radio. And that's not necessarily a single. Is there stuff that that you feel like you would rather get out there that maybe radio or just the masses in general don't really know about or get the same exposure to as some of the other songs?
Yeah, I mean, I think radio kind of like everything.
You can say it.
Naturally, like gravitates towards a certain structure and like falls within a certain amount of time. And yeah, there's a little bit of a formula that makes sense, which we understand. Sometimes we write songs that don't fall within that formula.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make them any less important to us. Actually, like I think our fans have plucked their own versions of singles. And Car Radio is a perfect example where we have to play that one live because it's really important to our show. It's important to the people who come out to the show, and they all know that one too. So it's like, how did you know that one if people are being introduced to the band through radio and a different song? It just shows that they're kind of diving deeper. other
which
than
is
just
awesome.
a single. So
Yeah.
we're excited about that.
Something that I heard somebody say, and I don't know if you'll agree with this or not, but I thought it was really funny, just to make fun of radio a little bit. There's an artist who was it, Childish Gambino, Donald Glover. Do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he was saying the way that he finds radio singles is he listens to his whole album, and the song he gets annoyed by first is the one that he picks for the radio single. So I just wanted to throw that out there. You guys don't have to respond to that. But really nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you talking to me, and we'll see you out there tonight.
All right, man.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.